Yes, today we are here visiting Cheyenne and Arapaho as part of an 1,800-mile journey called the Sovereignty Run. And the original Sovereignty Run was in 2002. It was on the one-year anniversary of 9/11. At that time, the United States Supreme Court had issued a number of decisions that were a devastating blow to tribal sovereignty. And here we are again, 20 years later, the United States Supreme Court is on a mission once again to undermine tribal sovereignty. So we left at Cherokee Nation. We're going to go through Oklahoma, into New Mexico, Arizona, California, and we're going to open up the National Congress of American Indians annual convention in Sacramento on October 31st. So this is one stop in an 1,800-mile journey to support tribal sovereignty. Another major component of the Sovereignty Run is we wanted to draw attention and elevate the greatest athlete to ever live, and that is Jim Thorpe. This year, we partnered with Right Path Strong to ensure that his gold medals were reinstated, and they were successful this year. And so at the beginning of the year when we planned this, they envisioned that this is the year that his medals are going to be restored. So we had a great deal of faith at the beginning of the year. It happened, and so here we are celebrating the greatest athlete to ever live, and his inspiration is creating this bright path all across Indian country for us to be inspired, to follow, and to support tribal sovereignty. So it's an amazing partnership, and so we're just very thrilled to have that as part of the Sovereignty Run. Congress of American Indians, thank you to the Cheyenne and Arapaho people. This is a wonderful event. We came in last night, had dinner at the Res restaurant, and just had like some nourishment, and it was just amazing. Once we left Cherokee Nation to go community after community, it's like being home, and we talked about it last night. We could travel 1,000 miles and still be home, and we felt that hospitality last night. We feel it here today, and we're just so very honored and privileged that you would open up your homelands, welcome us, and join the fight for tribal sovereignty, because it matters to all of us.
Yes, the Cheyenne Arapaho tribe is privileged and honored to host such an event for a great cause, great awareness, great education, to just not only the public, but to all the people who are interested in daily life in general. The issues for the cause and for the education on sovereignty, came about because I think we feel we're being stripped of our natural born rights to govern ourselves. And if we don't let the public and people understand that as Indian people, we were born with a right to govern our own selves, and we were taking steps to take away our right and take away our sovereignty, I think it needs to be exposed, and the world needs to know, as well as the country needs to know, that this is a cause that needs to be out in public, so we can engage in conversations about how we are being stripped from our sovereignty, which is a natural born right to govern ourselves. Across the country, through Indian country, through Oklahoma, is relevant because we as Cheyenne Arapaho people are happy to host and honored to host this. Historically, the Cheyenne Arapaho people had made their mark in the history of the country. So we are proud to host them. We are excited about their run. We hope everything goes well, and we want to give them a blessing and prayers so that they will make it to California. In the earlier days, early 1900s, 1800s, the federal government tried to put their thumb on tribes, the tribal people. We were basically starved out, and they say the strong survive. But I think the will for the Native American people was stronger than the federal government's act to try to take that will and beat that will down. So perseverance is a strong word to say that we were strong enough to maintain our identity and to keep going and to get to the point where we are today without giving up and keep fighting.
One, two, three.
From the ancestors to the grandchildren, we love you from the Cheyenne Arapaho tribes.
In honor of Jim Thorpe, be resilient, be strong, and honor the right path that our ancestors have gifted us today.
Don't be looking for me in the shade. I'm glad all of you guys are here. I've spent quite a bit of time, Reggie and I both have, in Washington and different places up there when we were at that housing and going around. I'm glad you guys got to see the buffalo. I tell the story when I was a kid. They used to have about 5 or 6 of them in El Reno, and we'd go by there, and my dad always threatened to crawl over the fence and get in there with them. He would, no, Dad, don't do it. You know, he was all scared and everything. But my dad told us at a young age, he goes, look at those buffalo. He goes, they tried to kill every one of them. He goes, but they're still here. And he goes, they tried to kill every one of us, and we're still here. So we've been here maybe 150 years or close to it in this spot. So, you know, you're on some ground that has belonged. I'd like to give you something, if you come up here. This is a Indian head nickel, and on the back side it has a buffalo. Oh. So you'll remember your trip here. That'll make you run faster. Okay.
I thought Gib was going to go into a story about him and Jim Thorpe used to run around together or something. So I was going, don't go there, Gib. No, but want to say welcome to Fawn and her delegation, Freddie, fast Freddie, Freddie, and everyone who came today. We just took a tour out to the buffalo, and that was a really great experience. I believe a very memorable experience for the group because it's something that you don't get to see, and you don't ever get to get that close to buffalo. And I don't know why ours are always allowing people, because every time you see on Yellowstone out there, somebody's getting thrown in the air about 20 feet or trampled or something, and I'm always so scared when we take people out there because they do come close and they do act like they're almost your pet sometimes. Actually, one is a pet, I think. The one that licks all over everybody's hands and comes up to you and nudges you. But we just want to say that we're glad that they're coming through our part of the country. We're trying to be good hosts, great hosts, something that, you know, I think as tribal members we always all want to do is make people feel welcome, you know, here on our lands, on our reservation. So, you know, we want to pray and give our good thoughts that they continue across America into California on a good, positive note, that their journey goes well, that they have all the things they need to get to that point. But it's a great honor that Fawn is the president of NCAI. She does have a big role. She does have a lot of voice in Indian country. You know, we was up in Sand Creek yesterday, and Secretary Deb Haaland was there, and a couple of the Colorado senators, Colorado Lieutenant Governor, and it was good to spend time with them and tell them about the tribe's issues. And it's kind of like Fawn does. She speaks to all the heads of states, senators, congressmen, you know, everybody. So I know her duties and her time is precious. And it's something that I'm grateful that she got to spend the time here today with us and her delegation. And I'm glad, you know, like I said, they got to see the buffalo, because you don't get to see them buffalo every day across the country, and you don't get to drive up to them. You don't get to almost touch them or be attacked by them or anything good like that. So it is an honor and it's a privilege that they came through Cheyenne Arapaho country, and we get to play host. So with that, I just want to say thank you and appreciate you guys being here today.
Anjak Haiwishka Chikhatsi. Good morning. On behalf of the National Congress of American Indians, I just want to, from the bottom of my heart, thank everyone that came out today, all of those that had any hand or role in what happened, the experience. And also with Bright Path Strong, our partnership. I can't even begin to express and convey in words the power of what we just experienced. And when we bring the voice and unite all of Indian country together, it is so incredibly powerful. And this is a spiritual journey. When we set out, we have no idea who we're going to meet. We have no idea what the experiences are, but we completely surrender every bit of every day to the work of our Creator and our ancestors and all those that we represent. And every single day, it's these sort of experiences that are just so incredibly powerful. And that's what we have inside each and every one of us, leading the National Congress of American Indians, we're dedicated to ensuring that what leads the Congress are the sovereign nations of this country, and the sovereignty of every single tribe is under attack by the United States Supreme Court. And we knew that with the run, we had to start right here in this part of the country, because there is an active effort, and it's a long-standing effort. It's a well-funded effort to stop us, to deny our sovereignty, to take it away, to strip it, to erase us. But we know as we stand here today and we feel the sun and the company of the mighty buffalo here, the bison, and our ancestors, everything that surrounds us, it has been here since the beginning of time, from time immemorial. And we're reminded once again on days like today, it is eternal. It is that bright path that could never be extinguished, that bright path that inspires us and guides us for not only this generation, but future generations. And when we left this morning, and first of all, I want to just thank everybody we went to the Res restaurant last night for a late night dinner, and they ran out of fry bread, but we had like a 3-course meal of everything that was all around, and we were nourished. And when we got up this morning, I got to thinking about the song that we have to bless the totem, and I wouldn't do it justice to explain that story, but it's a story of unity. And when we left Sac and Fox, we heard the song, and I was telling my uncle that as he sang that song, I just saw these images of all the different stops, as though my spirit was just floating in and out of these wonderful places and these sacred places. And that is the power of this run. All of those that have joined us, all of those that are going to be at the finish line, when it culminates, we're taking the prayers, the songs, the blessings, the ceremonies of every single stop along the way. So by the time we get to California, there's going to be no question that Indian country and tribal nation sovereignty is undefeated, and it's alive, and it's well, and it's strong, and it's timeless, and it's eternal. And so from the bottom of our hearts, we thank you. And again, no words could describe the gratitude every day. We can only comprehend and take in so much, and we know that the experiences are beyond human capacity to really understand, but our spirits get it. Our spirits are nourished. So thank you, ICWA. We really love and appreciate you. Governor, thank you for your leadership, the opportunity to be here. I want to thank the runners. I see a bunch of runners out here to join our run. We have some youth. Junior, I love you. He's our little man here. So on behalf of NCI, thank you so much.